Before the dawn of humanity, there's a cave. Inside it is bad to guess what lies beyond in those darkness. For humanity,
Currencies?
a strange voice echoed from within the heart of darkness. Currencies has gone mad, one from the group says.
Yes, and you all gonna have to be expired to let this awful urge managing continues.
And suddenly the fire was pushed off, leaving nothing but darkness, cold and lightless. Then you woke up in a cave, I think, and then you will be noticed a table with some tea cup and a tea bags. Don't leave any tip, just walk away. Along the way you will learn the mechanics of the games, and at the end you will be greeted by the scary man. He offers you a free course. I recommend you take his offer so you can scoop your time away more easily. Ultimately, you will start off as a homeless person and a bit too for a crackhead. Welcome to Pilgrammed. This is your new home. You will be doing all the dirty works, ranging from the Minecraft way, mine, cook, craft and many more. But don't worry, even for the veteran player who have been playing longer than you, they all still can't afford a house, since you are flat out blokes and have nothing to lose. So before you go on a killing spree, I recommend talking to the locals. Remember the scary man? Yeah, he told you to talk to some guy outside the cave. After talking, he will then ask you to go beat up some bandit. But are they really bandits?
I don't know, you just have to do it.
They are the example of NPC interaction. Mostly you will press on them and they will ask you to go do something or find something for them or just sell something for you. For some can be used to store money away and cabinet which have nothing in it for now. But after layers of killing for a while, all the stuff that can be used to kill will appear inside the cabinets. Also, I hope you like to visit the bank often cause each time you die, you lose half of the money you are currently having before you expire. And the only complaints I have for the NPC is that I can't kill them. Now let's talk about the enemies. Most of the enemies in this game are hostile as they should be, so we won't need to use any justification to kill them and steal their goods. By killing, you will be rewarded with EXP, some cloth and shit, and lastly, money. Money can be used in pretty much anything, but the best way to obtain it can be done through murderings. EXP cap will keep increasingly higher each time you level up. Also, 1 point for skill every time you level up, but you will have to talk to a cabinet to upgrade your skills. Sometimes enemies spawn as a special snowflakes, which also affects the bosses. Listen, I don't like to spoil the games. It's like giving a toddler a full guide of how to survive without the safety protection from their parent. My hyperfixation strongly tells me I'm just overthinking and I should swiftly take my pills. Objectively, the selling point of this whole game is to get beat repeatedly, come back and try your best to kill the enemies. The games had a lot of plays to visit, but respectfully, these plays represent their difficulty. And guess what? The game didn't tell you directly. So for your homie experience, I assure you to follow my lead. So the level is max at 30, so no pressure, cause the real grind starts after you hitting max levels. Early on, you will be farming until you're level 5 at Paris. While at it, talk to every NPC in the area. Some of them might give you a quest. In this way, your hustle will be more efficient. Okay, now that we are done with the basic, you are likely ready for the killing and chillings. After you finish farming at the starting village, go see a status, then move your character to link with where the status is looking. Turn 19 degrees and keep going forward until you see a pop message saying Poco Path, then get jumped by another crackhead. After dealing with, straight to the desert and avoid any physical interaction with anything that is following you. Go inside the valley until you see a boat. Turn left and jump up the rock. Do a bit of jumping and welcome to the desert's outpost. Now set up a spawn point and activate a portal. After that, doing the labor that is actually paying at a full salary. You deserve it. Just remember to deposit your money very often. Farm here until level 10 or 15 if you will. Now head back to the desert's outpost or reset your characters. But don't worry, you won't lose a single cent by doing this. Or eat it. One spawn, go down the cliff and head deeper. inside to the volcano. Now, if farming is a little bit boring to you, you could walk back to Paris and take any direction that isn't leading to desert. If you turn left, you will arrive at forest. Now going up the ruined pillars, one at the top, go inside the cabin and activate another portal. Talk to the NPC, get kicked out and fall to death because I accidentally walked into a pit. And unbeknown by the fact that I can see it with my naked eyes, resulting in my immediate execution due to my retarded decision making. Walk back out of the cabin, turn right and run past the red apple dude, past another red hair dude, and strike to my man handput. Now listen carefully. Whatever you say to him, always jump on his bald head. He contributes absolutely nothing to us but just his bald head. His existence is futile indeed, but his head made a funny sound. Now turn left to the slime cave, then get distracted by another NPC in which he asks you to climb the mountain instead. Okay, but seriously, why am I writing all this script just to tell you where to go? You know what? Just go wherever you want to. This world is your oyster and all you have to do is take the chance. So keep on killing till finally you are level 30. There's more alternative way to farm in these games, but mainly we kill things and get better at killing it. Just do me a favor and stick to the plans because I don't know what is going on anymore as I currently in a losing battle with fentanyl. Stories. What's the stories of pilgrims? I don't know. There used to be some kind of civilization way before us, but they're not around anymore. The game might seem to lack the motivation in general to encourage players. It's more of, you have what I want, so I'm gonna kill you. Truly a story based from a guy who lived 6 feet under. But really, the unknown in itself is what drives us all forwards. Even through all of this, what still makes this game different is the music and goofiness of it, especially the soundtrack. It is just that good. The developer didn't have to do this much and they made like 55 soundtracks. I recommend you play the game and give it a listen. Combine with the goofiness and the gameplay, turn it into something that stands out from the rest. Gameplay. Gameplay is likely more of your choice of play style based on your choice of weapons. So why bother getting yourself into such danger with melee weapons when you can spam long range attacks? So if you want to have a good time, sit at the back, spamming left clicks and deal tons of damage while running away like a true crackhead. Here's some of the build I steal from. For weapons, we take Prism Staff. For the drips, we take Ice Cloud's helmet and Witch armors. For accessories, we take Draining Stake, Freezing Flame Gauntlet, Frost Cone, Elite Shields, and Overflow Scalpels. For skill, offense, we take Base Wizardly, Ace Infallible. On defense, we take Age Juggernaut, Base Tenacity, and for the rest, I recommend bumping it into Athlete. Now, before anything else, there are some small but important things to get into. Force your prism to Woeful and Frost Gems. Oh what? You didn't know where or how to get a Frost Gem? Fear not, like I said before, real grind start after you hit max levels. But more on that later. Question: how many gummy flavors are out there? About 8 in total. We got blood, pineapple, bomb, ice, fire, blueberry, lights, and magic. All of which have their own property in use. Currently, you can force, remove, and exchange. Remember, exchange is your rare resource. Why? Well, imagine if someone had your favorite gummy flavor in their pocket and then asked for like 3 different kinds of other gummy flavor just for that one gummy that you wanted. I'll be crying to the principal too. So let's say you got a Frost Gem and you may ask how or where to forge it. I'm glad you asked observatories, but no, I'm not gonna tell you where it is. Spoiler, it is in the Sinister Sea. everything set, but to complete the circle, you must know how to obtain the gem first. Mid trios, these are the mini bosses, very easy to defeat and guaranteed drop gems, but quite rare, and they also have small chance to drop Mondo ranks, which upon equip will turn all bosses into a steroid versions. This also increases their chance to drop gems, especially the endgame boss, or farts, or what I personally like to call the Trumas. If you somehow manage to kill him while wearing a Mondo ranks,
Loads of money.
there's more alternative way to obtain gems like Big Irons and Sky Battlegrounds, but I believe Mondo or Fast is better. His attack patterns are quite simple. You can parry almost all of his moves. Pair with Ace Rarity will naturally get your health back in no time. If you have a skill issues, remember, losing is fun. Despite all of this fantasy the game has, fishing is still an option. Fishing is already good for getting money in the early games, and that's pretty much about it. Since we already talked about fishing, why not buy yourself a boat? This is the absolute way to prove who stands at the highest of the pyramid schemes. But if flexing on the poor isn't enough to satisfy your egos, then I'd invited you to try PvP. After people in the community have been arguing about which build is better than the others, everything can be resolved through PvP. These little games really teach us a lot about human condition in general, but you have to either use a certain command in chat to toggles, or go to Savannah and talk to a certain NPC. And remember, everything I've written, all of it is just tip of an iceberg. There's more to explore and more builds to beat the other players too. Final score, I give it for however long a distance I need to travel just to murdering Highway Sun while getting repeatedly pushed all around by a rabbit creature over an insanely undodgeable lightning ball each time he used a bad move just because I arrived to second place. Recommended, give it a try, and remember, don't ever buy a charger from Tmos. I once saw a YouTube video of a guy saying that his phone started playing a weird song and a message popping out while speaking in full Mandarin when he is charging his phone with a charger he bought from Temu. For all I can say is, it's cheap for a reason. And yes, I know, I skip a lot of detail in the games. Why did I do it? Well, it's because by the time I edited the videos, I realized I messed up. So fittingly, instead of filling out the gap and change to be a better writer to my actual responses, I find it more interesting if some of the detail is left unanswered because it's a lot more fun. I thought to myself, so I did. With that being said, it's how I fill out the gap I left unaccounted for by gaslighting. Now I will find my newfound addiction while waiting for a news update. With the news update that recently came out, and holy shit, it's amazing. A lot had changed, and that's all I really can say. And more importantly, I have to publish this video as soon as I can. Otherwise, it will keep snowballing and this video will never be out by this year. To cut things short, the new update is buzzing, making it highly recommended. I was beaten by the same boss for a few hours, and I must confess, I really like it. I hope you enjoy my first videos inspired by nobody else but my beloved Seth. Alright, now is a good time to end these videos. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year's. See y'all all next year.
Sorriest bunch of recruits I have ever seen. Yeah, we gotta train them for snowstorms. We gotta train them for water hazards. We gotta train them for, chimneys. We make up little songs. I am sticky, I'm in pain.
Because my cock is a candy cane.
We are making Christmas here. There are two things that come out of the North Pole. Elves and reindeer. Which one are you?
I'm an elf.
My job is to mold them into Santa Claus. You're not an elf! You're a Santa Claus! This is a reindeer.
Jingle all the way.
Tough on these guys. And from now on, we give them snow. We give them chimneys that are a little bit too small. I mean, sometimes these guys turn on each other. It gets pretty ugly. Is that real fat? Are these real boobs? Okay. Next. And then Christmas arrives.
Get up, get up, get up, it's Christmas!
Yeah, it's a proud day for me.
Go! It's Christmas! It's Christmas!